So my role at the Secretary of State's office is very different than it was here. It's been a big adjustment and the work is just very different, but it is neat that I do still get to work in addressing victim services, and because we have the address confidentiality program at the Secretary of State's office, and victims and survivors of domestic and sexual violence can enroll in the program. And so it's neat to still get to talk to advocates and folks who used to work at the coalition, and it's nice to see familiar faces every once in a while and have that connection. There are so many things that that we got to do and over the course of my career that have been really amazing and impactful. We've been able to pass laws, increase funding, open new shelter beds, talk about services differently. The coalition becoming dual was just a huge turning point for the issue of sexual violence, and by far the thing I'm most proud of during my tenure, but there have been so many things I could talk about. Even though I'm not here at the coalition, I'm still living my purpose. I'm still doing the work that is about liberation of all people, and for me right now that means impacting the ability of all people who are eligible to vote to be able to vote, and that we are encouraging participation in our democracy and working the way that it should, and having the ability to have any kind of impact on that is really awesome. When I started my career, I was not like, I want to work in domestic and sexual violence, or I want to work in anti-gender-based violence movement. Like, that was not, I wanted to do legislative advocacy work, and I was introduced to the coalition and realized that everything that I cared about as a social worker and someone who cares about our world, that it was encompassed within this work and this organization especially. And so yeah, it's always been just now like infused into me and part of my soul and my blood and breathing and everything. It's part of who I am.